Hey, and welcome to another installment of Catching Up. I'm Sam.
I'm Chris.
I'm Jake.
I'm Josh.
And we're back. I mean, do you guys have a good Halloween? Anything cool happen?
Oh, yeah, that's right. Halloween was this week.
I saw Halloween in theaters, actually.
Oh, how was it still effective?
It was very effective.
Was he still fucking around in the house?
Jack Stone would have left.
For all of you who didn't listen to our Halloween 2007 commentary, and why wouldn't you?
Yeah, commentary available now, motherfuckers.
Yeah.
John
Halloween,
Carpenter's Rob Zombie's Halloween.
John Carpenter.
The original 1978 Halloween is the only film my father ever walked out of because it was, in his own words, like it got too scary at the end of the film when he was fucking around the house. So if you can watch that movie in theaters and stick from the opening to the credit crawl, you officially have bigger testicles than my father.
Well, there was a 12-year-old girl sitting next to me, so...
And a man with the name of Jack Stone has got to have pretty meaty clangers.
Oh, it gave, that's how this whole situation came about. But, it means Jack fucking shit. But,
Jack fucking Stone.
Yeah. But yeah, so it was,
I purposely, usually, obviously, around this time of the year, I always try to watch, not...
You saw a couple.
I mean, I've seen Halloween Resurrection, but that movie sucks. That's all I'm going to say. It just sucks.
Is it worse than Curse of Michael Myers?
I don't know. I haven't seen that one in a long time. I've only seen that one
It's
once.
on my DVR.
Yeah, that one's on Netflix,
Because
and I haven't seen that one in a while. Have you ever seen the producer's cut? Like, that's like the big one
No,
that
I don't
everyone's...
think I have.
It probably still sucks.
It never got an official release.
No, yeah, they did bootlegs for that. But
The AMC channel had a marathon of almost all the Halloweens, and I recorded them all because I was like, oh, it's been a while since I've seen the classic Halloweens, and I was going through, and it's Halloween 1 through, what is it, 6?
Curse of Michael Myers
Yeah,
is 6.
6.
And then H2O would be 7.
Yes.
It didn't have H2O.
Huh.
No H2O, but it did.
That's like the best sequel.
Right? Jumped straight from Curse of Michael Myers to Halloween Resurrection.
Huh.
And then no Rob Zombie Halloween.
So if you had never seen H2O before, it's like, why is Laurie Strode like in an asylum?
Yeah.
yeah, when did this happen?
Yeah.
But yeah, Resurrection.
I mean, to be fair, at the beginning of H2O, you're like, isn't Laurie Strode dead?
Yeah, well, they explained that she faked her death, yeah. Because in the original script for H2O, they actually reconciled 4, 5, 6, and then I think they were like, who the fuck cares?
Yeah,
about
that's
4,
too much. Just get out of here.
Yeah.
But yeah, so it was really cool because they did a little introduction from John Carpenter, and it was nice because it wasn't like, hi, I'm John Carpenter. Welcome to the 20th anniversary of Halloween. Like a pre-recorded thing that's
right.
20 years old or whatever. Because it's almost the 40th anniversary. It's the 37th anniversary. So when he started off, he was like, 37 years ago. Wow, holy crap. And so they do this really cool thing where they get you in the mood.
And then he's in the theater.
Yeah. They set you up for what it was like in 1978, like why Halloween was a big deal. 3 years after Jaws, 1 year after Star Wars, the summer blockbuster is alive and well, and here comes this movie made for about $1 million that at the time was the highest grossing independent film of all time. And so he really puts you in the mood, talks about Assault on Precinct 13, some of his early student films where he talked about how the school wanted to own the rights to his films, and he goes in the interview, he goes, pardon my French, but fuck you, because like John Carpenter is old fucking school, man. Like there's no bullshit with John Carpenter. They also talk about obviously the iconic score that he worked on. He said the song, he never thinks about the score when he's doing the film. He thinks about the film. But the song that kept playing in his head over and over again during Halloween was Werewolves of London, which I was like, yeah, like silent fist bump in the theater, like Warren Zevon, rest in peace.
Rocky style.
Yeah.
Was it pretty packed?
It was a third full, which was nice. I mean, I was thinking it was going to be fairly empty just because it was Thursday, and I love Halloween, but I don't know, but it was nice. I mean, like you could tell there was families coming in with like kids or grandkids to be like, hey, I saw Halloween in theaters. Now we can see Halloween in theaters. And it was cool because people still jumped in the theater, which is nice. I mean, I remember the one jump that got most people was when Tommy's going to make fun of at school, and he has the big pumpkin he's going to make, and all the kids are like, the boogeyman's going to get you, he's going to get you, he's going to get you, which what Rob Zombie uses as a sample for his cover of I'm Your Boogeyman. And they trip Tommy, falls on his pumpkin, it smashes, and you feel bad for him. He kind of runs off crying, and it's, you're like, oh, that sucks. And then one of the kids it was like, fuck yeah, and like runs away, and then a guy grabs him by the shoulders, and the music's like, like really loud and like, explosive.
Like when what's his name? Wilford Brimley shows up at the end of The Thing.
Mm-hmm.
Remember the music cue?
Oh, yeah,
He
yeah.
just kind of appears.
And
Like,
his hand in his face. And he's
Yeah.
like, they asked what he was thinking of during that scene, and he said his laundry, which is on the commentary, which is great. Him and John Carpenter and Kurt Russell do fantastic commentaries together.
Why
Anyway,
have I not watched The Thing with
oh,
commentary?
it's fantastic.
I own that like 3 times over.
It's fantastic. But so that scene got a lot of people. And I remember thinking like, still got it. This movie still got it because
more that elicited more jumps than Michael in the car.
Yeah, because people they knew that was coming. Where
Yeah.
people forgot like why would Michael Myers show up at a playground when Tommy's getting pushed around?
Yeah.
And but the cool thing is when the music starts, the movie starts with the music and like the jack-o'-lantern and just zooming in. And obviously we've all seen the movie multiple times and we hear the music, but that was the first time the music really scared me because it's just like you can't shake it. It's just everywhere.
And everything overpowering.
Yeah, and it's just there. It's unbelievable. And then you're just zooming into the Chris. The
I've been pantomiming playing it on the piano.
The zooming into the jack-o'-lantern and just the great little like moments of Michael Myers stalking Laurie Strode. And the great thing that people forget to realize is that in the first Halloween movie, there's no mention that they're brother and sister.
Which
much like Star Wars.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but here's the thing. I think that was kind of in some shape or form always kind of the case that Vader was Anakin Skywalker. I feel like Laurie Strode being related to Michael Myers was just something kind of tacked on in the sequel. And honestly, I never really liked it.
Yeah. I mean, the person who I thought did it right was Rob Zombie, in my opinion.
Well, yeah, because he knew going in.
Mm-hmm.
He's like, this is...
Well, he also made it like a much more of a thing, where in the second one, they gave it to him, I'm assuming clearly for motivation, which is what John Carpenter was like, why? No motivation. Fuck you. He was just like, you know why he goes after the babysitters? Because he goes after the babysitters.
Because he can.
You know why he wears a mask? Because. He's like, there's no explanation.
Yeah.
None.
And I'm fine with that. I love the Rob Zombie version.
Yeah,
but
I mean, I don't have a problem with
I don't need everything explained to me.
The backstory, that's what kills Curse of Michael Myers for me, right?
A lot of things.
Well, okay, all right, yeah.
The Curse of Michael
the
Myers.
entire film.
Yeah, but like when they bring in like the connections to Sam Hain and the Thorn.
The Thorn, yeah.
It was
Man in Black. Man in Black.
Yeah.
They introduced him at the end of 5, and you're like, come on, man. Come on. Nobody cares about this.
Yeah. Remember when Halloween was just about a dude with a butcher knife going after some random girl that swings by his house?
Yeah.
That was. I mean, the sad thing is that was only the case ever for one film out of what 10?
Yeah.
Or
technically 9.
The boogeyman, Tommy. He's got me.
Yeah.
But it was great. It was really. I always, we've done that before. We've seen Lawrence of Arabia. I've done E.T. and Exorcist and Poltergeist, stuff like that. So it's always fun to see.
Chris and I have done like Blues Brothers, or no, we did Big Trouble.
Yeah.
I saw Blues Brothers alone because nobody could see it with me. But yeah,
probably the same reason why I wasn't able to go see Halloween. I had to fucking work. I would have loved to see Halloween.
It was a lot of fun. It was really cool. So it was a nice little
where do you guys
treat.
Where do you guys stand on the Laurie Strode sister thing? Do you guys like it, or is it at this point is it kind of like taken for granted because it's literally been like almost 35 years that she's been Michael Myers' sister?
Yeah, I mean it's fine. I don't have any bummer about it. I think it can work really well a la Rob Zombie style. And it can work well in 2. I mean, like there's, the best moment for me that where any of that connection works is honestly, I'll just call it H2, which is what they call it pretty much the Halloween, Rob Zombie Halloween, where she's
Halloween harder.
And and that's
Halloweener.
And that's that's the third one they're making. Well, that's established obviously in the first one. There's that moment where they're talking. Let's check out the commentary where they talk about hiding the fact. This chick's name is Angel. And Angel Myers, and so. It's great to see in the second one, Rob Zombie's sequel, where she's flipping through the book and she comes across and she has that one of like Scout Taylor Compton's best moments where she just fucking loses her shit. And of course, I've mentioned before, Diamond Head's Am I Evil is playing in the background, which is such a nice little cue. So I like that aspect of it. That's cool because then it really focuses on Laurie doesn't go off to have like a nice little life. Now, if we're going by Resurrections, she doesn't either because she fucking dies.
Yeah.
But that's not even a spoiler. Just she fucking dies. Don't watch the movie. But
it's not a spoiler. It's a cautionary tale.
Yeah. But no, but
cautionary tale where Busta Rhymes is empirically better than Michael Myers.
Yeah.
It's canon.
The idea that you know, that thought in Laurie's mind in the Rob Zombie universe is like, is that me? Like, is this in my blood?
Yeah,
and she can't shake it.
Am I evil?
Yeah. Whereas original Halloween 2, it's just kind of like she has the random flashbacks to visiting this weird boy in the psych ward, and then she's like, oh, and then that's about as far as it gets.
Yeah, it's tacked on in 2. Honestly, in the mythos, it's fine. But again, here's the great thing: like we've talked about continuity a million times. You can just watch the first Halloween, and that can be the only Halloween that ever exists for you. Never the Sister. There you go. Boom. You can, just watch Halloween 3, Season of the Witch, and be like, that's my Halloween. Fine.
Silver Shamrock, bitch.
As much as I want to be okay with Halloween 3, I recently rewatched it, and I was like, taking away the weird continuity, the fact that it is the third installment in the Halloween franchise. Yeah. If it were like just looking at it as a standalone film, I still hate that movie.
They were going to show in Halloween 4 or 5. They were going to have a scene where one of the characters is watching Halloween 3 on TV.
Yeah,
but they took it out.
Wasn't one of the characters watching like Halloween or Halloween 2 in Halloween 3?
It's on the TV. The first Halloween's on the TV.
Yeah,
in Halloween 3.
So
in that universe, it's but yeah, well, that's cool. But you saw something you'd been waiting for literally for months as well. You saw the premiere of Supergirl.
Yeah, that was awesome. Like I think we've all been talking about that for a while, but
no, it's really just been you.
Has it? Okay. But
me too.
I was excited for it.
Yeah, but I was psyched. When they announced Melissa Benoist, because at the time I feel like I had just saw Whiplash, and she's got a nice little role in that. But and just
she's the would be girlfriend.
Mm-hmm. Works in the movie theater. But there's just the more I saw of it, the costume, just little bits and pieces here, the trailer, I was like, yeah, I'm really psyched for this. And the idea, like anything with the Superman mythos, like I'm cool checking out, and seeing. And the idea of like they're going to tackle Superman without having tackling Superman. So you get basically a primetime show now where Superman shows up, but he's not the main character, and it works. And so I know
and Dean Cain was in it.
Dean Cain and the original Supergirl, Helen Slater, and it was cool. I mean, they're only in the premiere for like a second.
And I saw on IMDb they're not credited for any of the upcoming episodes, even though like several of the actors are like credited in advance for like 10, 13
I'm
episodes.
sure they'll come up, but
I'm sure.
Yeah. But we were talking about it a little earlier. I'm such a wuss when it comes to Superman stuff. Like the entire time I was watching the premiere, like every scene was like I was getting like misty eyed of just any Superman. And when I say Superman, I mean like Supergirl, Superman, any
Crypto.
Yeah, reference. I mean, there's the beginning of the episode, they have the kind of really quick history of Kara, not Kara, in the pilot. She makes a point to reference that. Yeah. Marjorie. Yeah. Well, it's funny. My mom, my mom, dad, and I were all watching it, and she goes to like visit Kat, Supergirl, and she's like, and she calls her Kara, and she goes, "It's Kara." And my mom's in the laundry room doing something. She goes, "What's her name again? Is it Kara? Is it Kara?" And my dad and I go, "It's Kara." And my mom was like, "Oh, what is the S? Why is the S not for Supergirl?" I thought, I had to explain to her, "No, this is why, and this the universe here, hope, and blah blah blah." But and I think she was still very confused.
The symbol begot the name, not the other way around.
Yeah. Yeah, it's just, I don't know. I've always just like the S stands for Supergirl or Superman. But anyway.
I'm a fan of that, too. I don't need it to be Kryptonian.
They do this great thing where she lands on Earth, and immediately the pod is ripped open, and they have that great shot, it's in the trailer, too, but of Superman standing in front of the sun with his arm reached out. And there's a great shot of there's a shot where they're holding hands, and he's walking her to the Danvers, and then I think he's like holding her as well. But it's just like nice little moments, little nods to like, since he could take care of himself, my mission was no longer a thing. I wasn't here to protect him anymore. And there's a great shot of him like they do go out of their way not to say Superman, which was kind of funny after a while.
They said it like once.
I don't think they ever say Superman. Like they go out of their way, say Man of Steel, they say you met him, my cousin,
the man.
Yeah.
This superlative man.
The big guy.
Yeah.
Oh.
And they introduce Jimmy Olsen. There's a great moment too where she's like, you know him, like you took his. They don't have to make it complicated with Superman. They're just like he's everything you want him to be, and they do this really good job of making it like he's not this like. There's a mythical quality to him on the show, but it's this idea that he's obtainable where you can talk to him, you can reach out to him. Like he's
Jimmy Olsen's best buddy.
They set it up to where it's like, I don't know, it feels like Superman should in the comics. Like he's this great guy. And then they also do a great thing where it's like, yeah, but there's also Supergirl and she kicks ass, and you see a lot of her kicking ass on the show. But they also do a thing too where it's like she wants to do this and she takes it very seriously, as opposed to being, I mean, I guess you could say she's kind of thrown into it because of the planes going down, but she's always talking about like, I can fly. At least I think I can. I haven't tried in years. And the moment where she catches the plane, that's like, however long the show goes on, that'll be a highlight for this series forever. That was fantastic.
She definitely had like the hero's call in her the whole time. And I think probably what even drove that further was the fact that like she, saw her cousin doing these amazing things, and she's like, well, I could do that too.
Yeah. Well, Jimmy gives her the picture that he quote unquote posed for. James, that's right. Jimmy, only Superman and his mom calls him Jimmy or whatever. Yeah. But there's so many nice little nods, and I really liked it after she catches the plane the next day. James walks over and he's like, that was the first thing your cousin did too, or the first thing he did, because he doesn't let on that he knows, even though we know he knows. But no, everyone brings it, and like I said, Melissa.
There is, and possibly all showing up together. The only problem is one's on a completely different network as opposed to the other two being on the same.
They fixed that with Constantine.
But they also
Constantine was on CW as well.
I know.
Fox.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. Arrow and Flash were on CW.
Yeah.
Huh.
They fixed it. They fixed it by canceling Constantine.
Yeah.
That's what I was.
I hope that doesn't happen with Super. No, but the thing is, they've said like yes, but
She's
they're not
on ABC, right?
Yeah.
CBS.
CBS. It's built into the contract. That's because there was talk of a Constantine Arrow crossover before Constantine got canceled.
It's true.
Yeah.
Originally, he was supposed to go on and explain the Lazarus Pits at the end of season 3. Now he's explaining the Lazarus Pits in season 4.
Yeah.
Oh, and they had that crossover episode, didn't they? Or is it
Not
the
yet?
next one?
Not yet.
So, I haven't watched this season at all because I don't care anymore.
I finally finished season 3.
This season is probably the best season so far.
Well, maybe they should have done that last season.
But anyway, they're in no
Baby
rush.
steps.
They're in no rush, I think, to have the shared episodes yet. They want to make Supergirl.
I mean, that's fine.
Thing.
That's fine. I just was curious.
She needs to get lost on an island first,
Yeah.
at least.
Oh, God. So
Then go to Hong Kong.
the two, the
Then
two
get struck by
complaints-
lightning.
Oh, I know you're too. I think I can.
Speaking of Arrow, my two complaints for the pilot of Supergirl. So number one, will hopefully, fingers crossed, will be eradicated by episode 2. But it started with the fucking, my name is.
There's no way they're
Nope.
eradicating that. There's no way.
I'm gonna be. Ugh.
Come on, Chris, there's a new viewer every
But
day.
you know what? I know.
And that's why.
I knew it was gonna.
Yeah.
To be fair, we can't prove him wrong.
No one knew what was going on because he didn't announce his
my
name
God.
every
Yeah, they're
single
watching
time.
episode like, who is this character?
Yeah.
Oh, geez. Just cancel him.
What's the name of the show? Constantine, you cunt.
They don't do it on Gotham.
Yeah.
Anyway, so number 2, is the fucking when Supergirl or Kara is showing what's her name, her gay best friend, who's not actually gay, but her best friend, that she has superpowers, and he's, no, I don't believe you. She's like, all right, fine, I'm gonna jump off the side of a building to prove it. Like, just fucking levitate. You can fly. You don't have to like jump off the side of a building and give.
She's going for theatricality, my friend. She wears a cape.
Theatricality and deception are powerful allies.
That's right. And that's DC, son. That's DC.
I'm just so tired.
Because like if you could fly, you wouldn't be like tee hee and like levitate a little bit. You'd be like ha ha ha, look at me. I would be like, yo, watch this, and I'd just be like picking up a car and just fly. And
Chris,
that's fine. Do that. Do that. Don't jump off the side of a building.
Chris, she could have used her heat vision and put a hole in his head too. I
Could've.
mean, come on. How
Could've.
much?
I liked when they showed Baby Kal-El. They had the one horn that goes me, like just like really long. And I was like, are they gonna do it? And they're like, nope. They sent him off. You know his story.
Yeah. But
Whatever. I know Supergirl's story too. I saw that 80s movie.
with Peter O'Toole. Yeah. Faye
He was a
Dunaway.
Peter O'Toole.
He, for some reason, he was always like, I love that film.
Oh, he loved whenever someone brought that up.
Yeah. Just kind of like Timothy Dalton and Flash Gordon.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, I love T. Dalton, Flash Gordon.
I like T. Dalton.
too.
Anything.
I like Flash Gordon.
So does Mark Miller, supposedly. He was tweeting all about how much he loved T. Dalton, Flash Gordon.
T. Dalton.
But what was the
On site?
we got 2 other comic book shows. We got Preacher coming.
Mm-hmm.
What'd you guys think of the Preacher trailer that aired during The Walking Dead?
I mean, it
doesn't feel very preachery.
No, I mean, there's a preacher in it, but like it's I mean, it's gritty, you know, and we'll see. But I like the actor who's playing the preacher, Jesse Custer.
Yeah.
I never read Preacher, but it looks interesting.
Yeah, I mean, I liked it more as kind of like this weird Western kind of thing. But
what's the great thing about trailers? They don't always have to give everything away.
They don't.
No, but they should instill interest.
Yeah, and
you're right. This should be totally spoiler.
I mean, here's the thing.
Josh trailers.
I never said that it needs to have
here's
spoilers,
the thing.
But like plots.
Like the supernatural elements?
Yeah.
I mean, I'll say, you know, granted, the built-in audience is there because I like Preacher. I mean, I've only read the first 12 issues, but I own the entire series.
Yeah.
And I'm very interested in that story. I think the origin story of Jesse Custer, if they tackle that, and I hope they do, is astounding. I hope they have the John Wayne character in there. I mean, his kind of like spiritual guide.
All in all I really know about Preacher is that there's a character named Arseface.
Saint of Killers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who basically looks like Josie Wales.
Yeah. He shoots an angel in the head, and the angel's like, "But I've been good," and like disappears. It's pretty fucked. But yeah. I mean that trailer it instills interest, like I said, but I'm already interested because of the comic book. But I think people are going to be. I think one of the reasons they're not showing a lot is because people are going to be really pleasantly shocked and surprised when they start unveiling all the twists and turns.
Escalation.
Oh my god, it's crazy, man. The twists and turns of that show, the relationship between the 3 characters, the 3 main characters, is fascinating. What Cassidy really is fascinating. There's a lot of really cool stuff I think coming up, and I hope. And Seth Rogen wrote it, or he's like a part of it.
Yeah, him and Evan Goldberg.
And if we know anything about Seth Rogen, is that he can write comic book cinema.
Yeah.
Well, he's a big fan, so you know.
I mean, I enjoyed his Green Hornet.
Oh, Jesus. Well, no, we're not going with that. We're forgetting that ever existed.
But also, to set the record straight, I am interested in seeing Preacher. I'm just complaining that I feel like the trailer could have been better.
Anybody here interested for Lucifer?
Yes.
No. Okay.
I saw the trailer.
Yeah. Oh, I saw the trailer.
I've seen the trailer a couple times.
Yeah.
It looks bad.
So am I the only one, or
in this room?
Yeah.
No, the only one.
Yeah. In the world, Fox. I mean, you could. Maybe it'll be awesome.
Yay! I get to be the loneliest number.
0 is the loneliest number.
You're also the only one in this room that isn't excited for Star Wars. So
yeah,
you're used to it.
Yeah. But hey, you got Halo 5.
Yeah. Well, something else also that aired before we get into Halo 5.
What else aired?
Damn your segues.
Yeah.
Ash vs. the Evil Dead.
Oh shit! Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I saw it a month ago, but good kudos for everyone else to see it.
Sweet.
What'd you think of it, Josh?
Quite bloody.
Yeah.
Yeah. Even more so than the films, it felt.
More so than 1 or 2?
2 is pretty fucking bloody.
Yeah.
Do you want to hang out sometime and watch my Laserdisc?
Well, I mean...
The walls bleed.
Yeah.
Everything bleeds.
Yeah.
If it bleeds, we can kill it.
But 2 has this feeling of where, yes, there is a lot of blood used, but it just doesn't feel frightening or...
I will give you... It wasn't as gory, if that makes sense. Like, it's 2 is very bloody, but it's not as gory because it's just fountains of blood. It's not like people getting, their head blown off and blood going everywhere.
And
so I'll agree with you
pencil going
on
in
that.
the heel.
Seeing it, like, really up close and personal.
Mm-hmm.
The only gory thing that really happens in Evil Dead 2 is when he cuts his hand off.
And even that's not that gory because it's mostly off screen.
Yeah.
You see the blood like spraying in the face.
Yeah, as he's laughing maniacally.
Yeah, you get to see that again.
But
like
the nice thing in that regards about being on Stars is that you're not held to the same MPAA standards.
Yes.
So you can be a lot more gruesome.
And I also found it interesting how they didn't make the third movie happen.
So I actually have some insight on in that because people were asking them questions at the panel. The reason why that is because technically every single Evil Dead movie, all 4 of them, are owned by different people or different groups of people. So they were able to procure the rights to use the story of Evil Dead 1 and 2, but there's too much legal red tape to use Army of Darkness or the Evil Dead remake. They said they'd love to, like, find a way to work around to introduce elements of both of those movies later on in the series, but as of right now, they're only legally allowed to discuss the events of 1 and 2.
I like to think Army of Darkness still happened, but he just uses a wooden hand instead of a metal one for whatever reason.
Yeah.
And again,
it got rusty.
Yeah, well, okay, yeah, but I still would have believed, like, if the metal hand hadn't rusted, he would have used a gauntlet metal hand over a non-movable wooden one, because the metal one could still move.
Well, maybe, who knows, maybe it was all about, like, trying to, fit in, like, I don't know.
But yeah, I mean, with not getting the rights to 3, it makes sense why he has the wooden hand instead of the supremely awesome metal one.
Yeah. And also, it just doesn't make sense that he would be able to make a metal robot hand in medieval times that's better than most of the prosthetics that we can make, or at least we could make in the early 90s.
Yeah, damn that fiction.
It's like I like to think that
it's almost like Deadites don't exist either.
Yeah, I like to think that
what?
even though Jurassic World doesn't reference them, I still like to think that the Lost World and Jurassic Park 3 still happen.
Oh yeah, totally, especially Lost World.
Yeah, there's no references to it, but I like to think that
just because there's no reference doesn't mean it didn't happen.
Yeah.
Continuity is what you basically make of it.
Yeah.
Like Halloween 2
or Halloween 3.
Yeah. But yeah, so does Lucy Lawless show up in the premiere?
Yes.
Good. I like some Lawless.
There's absolutely nothing to explain why she's there at all, really. But she shows up.
Her character, as discussed during the panel, her character is on a slightly different path that meet up with Ash and his crew later on in the series, probably in episode 2. But
I'll say this: I know nothing about her character, but I'm calling it now somewhat evil, just from what I saw in the pilot.
You can call it now whatever you want. I know the truth.
It's purely speculative, unless I guess you're Chris.
Yeah, Chris, you probably know more than I do, but
Yeah,
I'm just calling some secret dark agenda to whatever she's doing.
That panel was riddled with spoilers for at least character motivations.
Why couldn't I have been there?
Yeah, well, you come to New York Comic Con. It's the best.
That's why.
Yes, no.
Yeah, it's almost like it's more fun than San Diego.
Almost. And by almost, I mean literally.
Halo 5.
Halo 5, Guardians. First Halo game without split-screen multiplayer.
On the couch, yes.
Well, split screen.
Yeah, local area, yeah.
Yeah. Which, to be fair, not necessarily a bad thing for some people. I'm not inviting people over to play Halo.
Well, good.
He's inviting people over for sex.
Yeah, well, so, yeah.
Grind to a halt.
Yeah. So is it like, because that's a dual narrative in 5, right?
Yeah, the marketing was superb to make it look like Master Chief has gone AWOL, he's a traitor, he's screwing over the Earth and human population.
Stupid butt face.
Now, real quick, does anyone mind if I spoil anything?
I do not.
I do not.
Okay. Yeah, the marketing's really great, but actually has absolutely dick to do with the story. Like, the only thing that's true of it is Chief goes AWOL.
Yeah, all right.
Well, it's almost like the marketing is set from the point of view of the people chasing him.
Yeah.
Which it is.
Kinda, in a sense.
It is. That's all the propaganda that they're feeding the world.
Yeah, it's just that
for Master Chief.
Within the actual campaign, there's nothing that really reinforces, from any perspective, of what the actual marketing is. Like, there's nothing in the campaign that actually would make anyone believe, yeah, okay, I can see how they could spin this of him being a traitor or anything like that.
Clearly, you don't read enough conspiracy theories about anti-government propaganda.
Clearly, I need to invest in more tinfoil hats.
Yes. Well, it's really quite simple. You just get aluminum foil at the local supermarket. But the, so you're not controlling Master Chief in the campaign mode?
You are, but you play more of Team Osiris than you actually play as Blue Team.
Osiris, interesting. The Egyptian god of the dead.
Yep, the Egyptian god of the dead is a playable character.
Yeah, sweet.
I wish that were true. That might actually made the campaign a little more fun.
Do you not like the campaign?
It's extremely rushed, light on storytelling. The twist could kind of be seen coming from a mile away, and just there isn't enough of a hook. This is, and a lot of other reviewers have said this, but just from my own personal thing, this is probably the weakest campaign of a Halo game.
Worse than 2?
Yes.
Worse than ODST?
Oh god, ODST was a great campaign.
Worse than ODST?
All I have ever heard is that ODST is the worst Halo game ever. So you've just wrecked any credibility you have.
To be
as a Halo
fair,
reviewer.
that's anyone who doesn't enjoy playing as a Spartan.
To be fair, that's
the main character of
all
just
of them.
Everyone except for ODST, and I guess Halo Wars.
Yeah, go figure. In ODST, you play an orbital drop shock trooper, one of the most badass human elements
ODST
of the UNSC.
Is ODST like the Season of the Witch of the Halo franchise? There's no Michael Myers. There's no Master Chief.
It's a real-time strategy, right? Or is it?
No, that's
No.
Halo Wars.
Oh,
Or what the original Halo was going to be.
Was Halo Wars supposed to be the
Awful.
original?
No, Halo was... Well, yeah, Halo Wars is almost what Halo would have actually been.
Right. Okay, it's interesting. From what I understand, it wasn't a bad game. It was just a real-time strategy. So for anyone that was playing literally any other Halo game except for, I guess, Spartan Assault, it was just a complete shock to the system. What the fuck is this?
Yeah, basically.
Spartan Assault being a top-down shooter, if you've never given that one the go.
Yeah, it's mainly made for tablets and mobile.
Yeah. I think my favorite campaign, I really like the campaign in 3, and I really like the campaign in Reach.
Yeah, both of those are really good campaigns.
Yeah. 4 was weird. 4 was a weird game.
Yeah, but again, 4 also had more meat than even 5 did.
but did it have more potatoes?
Yes.
Good. Russet?
Meat and potatoes.
Yeah. Well, that's cool. I mean, I'm still working with my Wii U, so it'll be... Though they just announced that you can get a PS3 for $300 and a free game at Sam's Club on Black Friday.
Nice.
Yeah, for all you people waiting that happen to have a Sam's Club membership that were waiting for that perfect opportunity to get a PlayStation 4. And I'm sure we'll be hearing more Black Friday deals in the next week or two. But even then, I'm pretty well set. I just got Hyrule...
I'll be working.
Yeah, I got Hyrule Warriors. It's basically Dynasty Warriors, but with Zelda characters.
Did it come in?
It did.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Is that a game based on the soap opera Dynasty?
I wish. I would. Yeah, you could be JR and you just annihilate hundreds of Chinamen. So
You get shot.
that's what you do in Dynasty Warriors. You annihilate thousands of Chinamen. They just come at you and then they stand there because the AI is so dumb. They'll run at you and they'll be like, "All right, we won't attack them all at once. We'll periodically take a swing," and then you're just like, "Guys, I can move it freely," and you just
Hello, boys.
Yeah. What was that? Halo 4?
Oh no, it was Reach when you were just hello boys. Well, my favorite though, we were speaking of the Wii U, we were playing Smash Brothers at Nondescript John's place, and Sam, one of the items was
in our Hollywood video or Halloween video.
Yeah.
one of the items was a bumble, a honey
bee's nest.
Bee's nest, honeycomb, bee's nest. And Sam's like, "You like bees, bitch?" And he throws it, and he just missed him completely, and it was just whiff, and nothing happened.
Yeah, and I got my ass kicked.
Yeah.
Very much a parable about my life. Yeah. But you're actually, you found your character.
I did. I hate is a strong word for Smash Brothers. When I had a 64 and the first 64 one came out, or I guess only 64 one came out, I remember renting it and enjoying it. I played Captain Falcon and just having fun because it's me and my brother. We were just fighting. We grew up Mortal Kombat. We were just all this weird shit going on, too much fucking around going on in the game. And then my college roommate was the kind of guy that he was really, really good at that game. It's insanely good. And he would always tell me just enough information to lose. Because I didn't remember any of the controls. And he'd kick my ass by doing something. He's like, "Oh, by the way, this button is how you escape that." I'm like, "Fuck you!" And but I didn't, and he would play it over and over again. And it was never any fun because he would just kick the shit out of me. Sam's kind of the same way, but the thing that's different is Little Mac is in the Wii U game. And I was like, "Fuck yeah!" And I'm such a psycho for if a character looks cool.
I like to think I'm kind of like a trainer.
You are. You actually tell me stuff I need to know. I'm still not very good, but at least I know a bit what I'm doing.
Like when I figured out that you didn't know what the jump buttons were.
Yeah,
I was like, oh.
Basically, yeah. Why is this jumping so stupid? I'm pressing up on the fucking joystick, and you're just do Y and X. Oh, shit. So yeah, Lil Mac, and so I do the wireframe Lil Mac with the hoodie. He's the coolest guy around. And so I've won in the week since Sam's had it. Basically, I've won a combined 4 times. So watch.
Congratulations!
Thank
Jake.
you. I think a round of applause is in order. Thank you.
Little Mac, of course, from the Punch-Out series. If you've never,
It's basically just like being Rocky.
Basically, and you've got like kind of like I guess Tony.
Yeah. Well, that's awesome too because I'm a simple man when it comes to video games.
A Leonard Skinner kind of guy.
Yeah. It's my favorite Skinner song. But like, I he's simple. It's basically like you jump out of the way, or you can like jab, and then do like a massive uppercut or like a big hook. And the cool thing is, as you take damage, there's little arrows on the bottom above your percent damage that go up, and then when you hit like the max, the KO button comes up. And if you hit B and you're around somebody, you basically uppercut someone into fucking space, and it's awesome. It's the best thing in the world. Even if you like are gonna lose and you're sucking, it's like makes your day just better. And then also he has a charge up like most people, but it's just a charge up punch, and it's awesome. And then his was it called Final Smash? He becomes Gigamac. And he's just like this. He looks like a colossal titan, or
he looks like Aaron Yeager.
Aaron Yeager,
when he turns into a titan,
and he's just got the green trunks and the gloves. And he just like goes fucking ape shit, and it's awesome.
Yeah, every hit just being like devastating.
I like Rob the Robot was fun. He's got a lot of shit though. I like Captain Falcon's still a favorite from the old school days with the Falcon Punch. Show me your moves. I'm
the best.
Yeah, Falcon Kick, and then let's see. Meta Knight. Meta Knight's cool.
Yeah, from the Kirby series.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's pretty much it for me.
I'm a big Ike guy from Fire Emblem.
Yeah, you are.
Yeah, I like to use Ike. I like to use Mario and Dr. Mario. Certainly Falcon and Captain Falcon and Ganondorf.
Is Ness back?
Ness and Lucas from Mother 3.
I don't care about Mother 3 because it never came the fuck over.
Yeah, that's true. Neither did Clock Tower on the Super Nintendo.
Which one was Snake on? He was only on one, right?
He was only in the GameCube one.
Did they just have the rights for just that one?
Yeah, what's his name? Hideo Kojima basically begged the producer Stan Sakurai to put him in the. He wanted to get him into the one for the GameCube, and he was like, "It'll be a good," because they were re-releasing the first 2 Metal Gear Solid games for the GameCube as part of the Twin Snakes compilation. He's like, "It'd be a good tie-in." But Super Smash Brothers Melee was too far in development. But when Brawl came around, he begged him again. He's like, "Okay, fine." And so
was he just like so out of left field because he's just this like violent, awesome badass compared to everything else?
He can snap your neck.
That's awesome.
Like he can put you in a headlock and snap your neck.
That's just him snapping Pikachu's neck.
Well, like how when you grab people, you can like hit them.
Yeah,
his was just twisting your neck.
That's awesome. This is like crack.
Yeah, just crack.
What was his like special thing?
He would jump onto like one of those like hanging ladders off of a helicopter, a la Adam West with a bat repellent.
Yeah,
bat shark repellent
minus the shark.
Yeah, and he would be holding it on one hand, and he would have a grenade launcher in the other.
Yeah,
and it would turn into an over the shoulder cam, like he would go in front of the screen.
Yeah,
and you would annihilate people with the fucking...
I'm getting a boner right now.
Yeah.
He also had a cardboard box.
Yeah, that was his taunt. And if you got hit by the box, it would do 5 damage. But like, because he throws it off when he comes out of it. But yeah, he was only there for that one. I think they got it out of their system, which was a shame because he was one of my favorites.
I actually own one of his games. I can't remember which one. I can maybe piece together some things you guys could tell me. It's one where you start off and you're training, and the way the tutorial is basically like a boot camp on the beach, and it's awesome. It's like a Navy SEAL Ranger School kind of thing.
Is it like Portable Ops? What console is it for?
I mean, I downloaded on 360, but I'm pretty sure it was for like a previous gen.
Is it
thing.
Ground Zeroes?
It might be. I don't know, but it's not like 360 graphics. But it's really cool because you learn, like, you show up and they're all doing PT, and they're like, "Holy shit, look who this motherfucker is!" And you're like, "Yo!" And you show up, and that's the tutorial. You like show the guy how to.
You know what Metal Gear Solid game would be right up your alley?
Hmm.
Revengeance.
Sam, what the hell are you
It
doing?
would be right up his alley, wouldn't
Yeah.
it?
What's the deal?
I'm not saying like I'm not saying it's the best Metal Gear Solid game.
I don't think anyone is.
What's the deal?
You know what? I'll go out on a limb and say it is.
Your favorite AVGN episode is Rob the Robot.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay. So what's the
Disclaimer: I've never played a single Metal Gear Solid game.
He technically, I don't think he would be either if he played Revengeance.
what's the deal
Ooh.
with Revengeance?
Shots fired.
Let
you
me make
fucking
up my
nerd.
own GD mind here.
You're
Thank you
a
for censoring
You're welcome.
yourself.
you're a cyber ninja
Sold already.
with a sword that can cut through anything.
Sold already.
And
So Jedi.
basically,
Yeah.
you're the main character of Metal Gear Solid 2. He gets I don't forget how he gets fucked up and has to become a cyborg, but he gets
Whatever the reason is, it's not enough to save the character.
So, yeah, he's okay. Yeah, I mean one of the worst things in Metal Gear Solid 2. Now, if we're talking marketing, like blowing you up the
I'm
asshole,
looking this up real quick. While you're
like
talking.
like
Revengeance, you said?
Revengeance. Yeah, the Metal Gear Solid 2 marketing and demo. So in the prologue of Metal Gear Solid 2, you're Solid Snake, basically Snake Plissken from Escape from New York and L.A.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's really all I know about the Metal Gear franchise.
That rips off Escape from
That and Quiet is basically naked
Yeah,
from
For the most part.
Solid 5.
yeah, and what's her name?
It's got
Sniper
okay
Wolf.
reviews according to the web. Let's see here.
And we all know that the web is never
Well, I
wrong.
trust
Yeah,
everything.
my old roommate
Is
Stu.
it
That
the
was
web
his
or
favorite.
the net?
Yeah, but
What's
the
Sandra Bullock got to do with this?
anyone want to see the brand?
No.
Is okay, good. The
Oh shit.
so in the prologue and in all the marketing, it's Solid Snake. The
Yep.
thing is, as soon as the prologue's done for the rest of the game, and none of this was in the demo, you're a completely different character. You're a
Well, that's a bummer.
guy by the name of Raiden who becomes a cyborg ninja.
Yeah, because this guy looks nothing like
Snake Plissken.
Snake.
Yeah.
Snake.
Now Snake
Call me-
shows up in the
Call me Snake.
in the rest of Metal Gear Solid 2
Call
as
me-
Iroquois Pliskin.
Call me Plissken.
You make it sound so like easy listening.
Yeah. Welcome to another
It's
episode.
funny because
of
while
Call Me
I'm saying
Snake.
it, I'm thinking of God damn it, Mallrats, fucking Batman, Batman,
Yeah.
Affleck.
Affleck.
God damn it! At the end, when they're showing the video of him banging the girl, he's like, "Who's your favorite new kid?" Yeah, call me Joey. Call me Joey. And he like lists through like all of the. I don't know the rest of their names, but
Donnie.
sure,
Yeah.
yeah, that's right. Yeah, of the Wahlbergs.
Yeah, yeah.
Of the Wahlbergers.
The elder Wahlberg, but the
best Wahlberg.
yeah, but I feel like that one would
He's
be
good
right
in
up
Band
your
of
alley.
Brothers.
Yeah,
Cool.
he's really.
He was good in that one Saw movie he's in.
Yeah, he was actually.
Two.
I liked him.
Well, he shows up in more than just
I think,
two.
yeah,
doesn't he?
yeah. He's in like
His
yeah.
character shows up, but I
He
don't
gets
think he
gets his
himself
head
was...
crushed by the ice, doesn't he?
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
but that's not in 2. So
But
yeah, it's
I
like
didn't-
3 or 4.
I didn't think that that Donnie came back to do it. I know
No, he
it's his
did.
character.
He did.
Okay.
Yeah. Now you saw to completely switch fucking gears. You saw Burnt.
Burnt.
Right.
Yes.
Just like turnt, but with a B.
Burnt and Ernie.
Burnt and Ernie, the story of unrequited love in a bed. Yes, I did. My mom's a huge Bradley Cooper fan, and when she found out it was
Bradley
ours, she
Cooper dong fan.
well, no, it wasn't Dong. She was super excited because she was like, "It's rated R," and she seriously asked me, "Does that mean we're going to see his butt?" And I was like, "Well, let's find out." And so we went to go see it, and it's all right. I mean, it's a solid movie. It doesn't deserve the hate it's getting. I think Bradley Cooper and Sienna Miller give a solid performance, and it's mostly enjoyable. I mean, he's a total dick of a character that, like, even though he like redeems himself and does other good things, you're like, wait a minute, but like he's vicious towards people. Like, it's I mean, it's here's the thing, chefs, any chefs out there listening, sorry, but you're all entitled pricks for the most part, and
Well, they think they're like the artist rock star. And
yeah,
It's like, fuck.
and it's like,
Remember, to be a genius and an artist actually requires you to be a genius and an artist.
I mean, well,
By the way.
the thing that I think it turns a lot of people off is he's like, I don't want people to eat. No, I want them to have a sense of longing. And you're just like, dude, your masterpieces turn the shit the next day. You literally turn the shit the next day.
Hey chefs, I turn your masterpieces into literal shit within 9 hours.
Yeah.
Though
Within,
given my
like,
digestive tract, probably
15
closer to
minutes.
like, yeah.
By
Excuse
By
me.
the time you put your napkin down, to notify the waiter that your meal is done.
Yeah,
I must go to the bathroom.
Evacuate my bowels. But it was a fairly enjoyable movie for the most part. There's some really weird plot turns and stuff. There's a scene where one of the characters goes into Bradley Cooper's room and the shower's running, and my mom grabs my arm and she goes, "This is it. This is it." And the door is ajar, and you see a guy Bradley Cooper walk by, but he has a towel on. She's like, "Oh man," and I'm pretty sure she probably emotionally checked out for the rest of the movie. But she loved it. I mean, she was all about it, which is nice. I liked Aloha more. And that movie got shredded way harder, but I liked it more. Fuck you. Fuck everybody. Yeah, that was Burnt. The end. Josh, what did you say about Burnt?
You get turned for Burnt.
What did you think about Burnt?
I'd rather see Limitless
Fair.
The TV show?
or the movie.
Fair.
Both.
I'd rather watch Flowers for Algernon. Or Charlie, sorry, was what the movie was called.
They did it as a TV movie in the early 2000s. I don't know why I know that. I just know that. I just do.
Bravo, Sam. Bravo.
Yeah. But yeah, okay, well. So it doesn't get your glowing seal of approval.
I mean, yeah, it was just fine. It was fine. It was a nice night out with my mom. It was fun. She was like, I want to do 2 idiots, 1 car on the way there. You know, she was like, we should do a 2 idiots, 1 car. And I was like, maybe another time.
You can totally.
Yeah, maybe another time.
I won't. Yeah, feel like oh, what the fuck's going on?
Maybe I get a
Jake,
text.
you cheating on me?
The fuck. By the way, Sam and I have a little thing that we decided to do a little while ago that we just started for fun called 2 idiots, 1 car. Check it out. We do a little before and after video while we're in the car, and we are the aforementioned 2 idiots, and we talk about movies. A movie that we saw.
Some guy was like, "Oh, you guys aren't idiots." I'm like, I don't know if I necessarily think I'm an idiot.
I do. However,
there are days where I think
Sam,
I'm.
no one necessarily thinks you're an idiot.
Yeah.
We all just kind of know.
You just assume.
Yeah. Granted, if you see the opening for the Steve Jobs one, we do our best to come off as idiots.
That's also the best drawing.
Oh,
I was
laughing, so I couldn't stop laughing. We were trying to just film us.
I wasn't dumbing that down.
Oh my god, it was so good. That's worth it.
That's me.
Yeah. So check it out, and let us know what you think, because it's fun.
It is, and we got another movie, a big one this weekend.
#blessed. We got we got Bond and Rocky this month.
Yeah, it's gonna be pretty fun.
When do you guys plan on going to see Bond?
Friday,
probably
right?
Friday
During the day.
I don't get off work until
nighttime.
at least 5.
Then never mind.
Yeah,
because I could go see it during the day with you guys.
Yeah. I'm working man. I can't even see it on Thursday because
everybody's working for the weekend.
I could.
You want to go see it during the day on Friday?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. We'll have to wait to find out what my new schedule is with the new job, but from the looks of it, they might wait until the next schedule cycle to schedule me.
Do you want to go into that at all? Or
I'm going to be working at a movie theater. That's all I'm comfortable saying.
Fair enough. Okay.
Is it fair to say there'll be movies there?
I don't know if I want to divulge that.
That's fair. That's fair.
Yeah. Okay. Let's not press.
Yes, there will be movies at my
movie
theater.
Das is fair.
Yeah.
It is in the Northern Virginia area.
That's too much, Chris.
Yeah.
No, now everyone's going to come.
Yeah.
Assault me.
Yeah. Comb
Shut
the
up.
area.
Shut up.
Yeah. It's
But
true. I am well documented at not liking strangers, so don't come find me.
Bastards. But the we have a speaking of things that we're kind of starting on Fridays, you're going to see some new stuff put out on our official channel. So if you were one of those guys who are like, "Oh, you already clog it too much with commentaries," well, fuck you, because we're about to add more stuff. But don't fuck you. Thank you for listening.
Sam will fuck you.
Yeah. If you ask nice. But
we're doing the equivalent of Kiss going solo with 4 solo albums on the same day, but not the same day.
So do you have the one with New York Groove or When You Wish Upon a Star?
Well, time will tell after we release it.
I'm hoping New York Groove.
We'll see.
I'm aiming for Peter Criss.
Oh.
But
the one time I quote Family Guy is a Peter Criss quote. Mm-hmm. Nobody wants to be Peter Criss. Peter Criss doesn't even want to be Peter Criss.
Yeah. Sorry, Catman. But
Catman Gruthers?
Yeah, Catman don't. But the I think what we wanted to do is we each kind of wanted to have like a focused topic about something we could talk, but bite size. It's not going to be like the hour and a half, sometimes 2 hour
Yeah,
episodes that we've had in the past. We want something like 30 to 45 minutes. It's going to be awesome. Jake's the first one up, and hopefully you'll probably see by the end of the month each of us cover.
Yeah.
But yeah,
hopefully by the end of the month I'll figure out what my topic's going to be, because
yeah.
I like the idea, but everyone that I've come up with so far, I'm like, I kind of wish that I had a visual element to go with it,
like Halloween.
Yeah,
You could talk all Halloween.
I'm about to watch all of them,
and you rewatched all of Friday the 13th.
I did.
Did you
for better or for worse?
Yeah. Well, what was your kind of revisionist now that you've revisited? What's your kind of new take?
Well, I gotta say, when we did the Freddy vs. Jason commentary, available now, I did shit on the Friday the 13th series kind of as a whole, saying that Freddy vs. Jason was really the first good Freddy movie or Jason movie, and that the remake was like the only good like real solo movie. Except I do love a lot of the deaths in Jason X, which is weird because the made for TV edit of Jason X got rid of everything that I love because it was too gruesome for TV. A TV channel that has The Walking Dead could not handle an unedited Jason X. But I gotta say, I actually found them quite entertaining until the final chapter. Like the final chapter was like the last good one, and then they kind of like just hit a brick wall for like 3 movies.
You didn't like Jason Lives?
No. Basically, I feel like the Tommy character should have died with Corey Feldman, but they were like, you know what? Halloween's got Laurie. Nightmare on Elm Street's got Nancy. We need a reoccurring character other than just the killer. Let's get a character in there, which is funny because A New Beginning, the one right after final chapter, the second Tommy movie, not even fucking Jason. It's Roy Burns.
Yeah, it's the only one where he's not the killer. Well, the first.
Second one where he's not the killer.
Yeah.
But the first one since he was introduced as a living character.
It's interesting because it's only final chapter is what, the 4th film?
Yes.
So they give him the mask, and then the following film they just kill him right off, and
he's dead.
It was supposed to stick.
Yeah, he is legitimately dead. In the 5th one, like we said, the Jason character is dead. It's a different guy being a copycat. It's not until the 6th one, Jason Lives, where he's reanimated a la Victor Frankenstein, and that's where the supernatural element really comes in.
Yeah.
One thing I didn't know going into this, and this is like the second time I've like marathoned the movies, but I didn't really pay attention the first time. Parts 2, 3, and 4 all happen in like the same summer. And I had no idea.
Well, they, for the most part, with the exception of the gap between 1 and 2, it's all almost right after the other, isn't it?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, they're quite literally, and they even do the whole like the first scene of the movie is the last scene of the previous movie to kind of like help that along. But yeah, each time it's like, oh, Jason's body's being carted off. In the opening scene of like 3, his body is being carted off from 2, and then he gets away somehow, or whatever. I've already forgotten some of the details, but like, yeah, it goes that way. And I was like, oh, interesting. So you know what? Maybe I will. Maybe my thing will be on Friday the 13th, because apparently I can talk a lot about it.
Would you do like a movie an episode?
Something like that. Maybe like get into it and see how far I get.
Yeah.
But once I hit like a 30-minute mark, be like, okay, let's go ahead and cut it off here.
Yeah.
Because I feel like those I could still lump a couple together. Like maybe do like a solo thing on like part 3, because there's a lot there. That's the one that they did in 3D. That's the one where he gets his hockey mask. It's one of my personal favorites.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Would you count Freddy vs. Jason in the remake?
Yes, I would. Because I still stand by the remake being the culmination of like all the efforts of Jason Voorhees,
like the most realized solo Jason film.
I have my problems with it, and I'll go over that in the show. just to get you to watch. And then also, Freddy vs. Jason is just a fun romp, and it involves my favorite slasher.
Delightful.
So, of course, I'm going to throw it in.
Yeah. But, and Josh, you were still leaning towards what, Resident Evil as the video game series?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the amazing movie series.
Oh, yeah.
It's got like...
I'll talk with you about the movies. I legitimately love those movies.
I don't know.
No
I'm
shade.
thinking maybe just doing the movies.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Well, I'm right there with you. I think I have the first 2 or 3 right there on my DVD case.
I only have the first.
And I have
How many movies are there?
Like
I think
5?
I've got the entire
Sounds about right.
box set
really?
outside of maybe one of the more recent ones.
Are they Blu-ray or
Yes.
DVD? Ooh, we might have to watch those.
Yeah.
Even if I'm not your guest host, I'm just going to sit in while you're watching them.
Oh, you'll definitely be there for it.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I have to. I'm the engineer. Yeah. Unless you wanted to record it on like your Xbox. Can you do that? I don't even know if the Xbox has that capability.
I don't think that would work.
Just do like a Twitch stream.
Yeah, but you'll be...
I don't think I can broadcast movies over a Twitch stream. I think I'd get the federal government kicking in my door.
They're broadcasting Bob Ross. It's fine.
On Twitch?
Yeah, they are.
Yeah.
Actually, they have all. They're doing it right now. Who knows?
Does he
By the time
fall
this
under
airs-
fair use though? Because I know film
Wasn't
is...
it public broadcasting?
Oh, then yeah.
Well, yeah, but I'm sure there's a deal. They're all joking aside, yes, there are legal ramifications to streaming movies and television over Twitch, but this is an official, like Twitch, the company is broadcasting.
Yeah. I always felt that Ross was on like public
I
access.
believe he was. He was public domain. Or well, I don't know about domain, but public access.
Yeah. So
that might be why they chose to do it, because one, they know that kids love them for some reason, and 2,
happy trees,
it's
bitch.
very, very cheap.
Yeah.
Happy everything.
I especially love that one where he paints Vigo.
With a smile on his face.
Yeah.
He's
Put on
feeling
a happy
Carpathian kitten
face.
loss.
Who isn't?
The guy that played Vigo, what a shitty man.
By the way, I would like to point out...
Have you not heard about the actor, like his like back life?
Well, I heard he was pretty shitty back in the day. I mean, he
shit
wasn't-
don't change. You can't polish a
he
turd.
was like an evil demigod, so... I mean, come on.
No, he means the actual actor.
I actually, this is one of the few times where I actually mean the actor.
This is one of the few times where Sam is actually able to see the difference between fiction and reality.
I can always see the difference, but this is the first time where I'm going to publicly be like, yo, Vigo is an asshole. The guy that played him is probably worse because he actually exists.
much like the guy that played Toombs in the X-Files. The
one who could squeeze through stuff.
Squeeze. Yeah. He was a terrible person in real life too. And
Hey, he's still alive.
Yeah, and as like a 50-year-old, he married a 19-year-old, or even
younger.
Younger.
Yeah. Awkward, but yeah. So
I don't believe they're married anymore though.
no, they reconciled.
Oh.
I'm almost ashamed how much I know about this, but the
even Gillian Anderson talked about how creepy he was on set.
I believe it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a creepy character too. But yeah, so those are some things you should keep an eye out for on Fridays. You'll be seeing that at the usual post time, and of course we'll be marketing the shit out of it on our social media stuff. And hey, I mean, you guys have noticed that we're doing the Bond stuff again. We'll be knocking out 2 classic Bond films, but then another franchise is coming up.
Ooh.
Something stellar.
Interstellar?
Yeah, they go between stars. But yeah.
But not the franchise Interstellar.
No, that would be a real quick commentary series.
One could even say I'm stretching the definition of franchise.
Yeah. I guess it's a franchise of one. But yeah. You guys got anything to add before we sign off?
No, I'm good.
I'm good.
I'm great.
Sweet. Well, this has been another installment of Catching Up. I'm Sam.
I'm Chris.
I'm Jake.
I'm Josh.
And we'll see you guys next week.
Thank you very much.
Good night, Eric Bana.
Damn, that beat was dope.